Hi there, Spark fans. Rob Reynolds here. Last year we introduced the SparkFun AST-CAN485 Dev Board. It's a great little board that offers the power and range of CAN and RS-485, along with the ease and simplicity of the Arduino programming environment. The board is designed with the same footprint and pinouts as the Arduino Pro Mini, so it has 16 digital I/Os, 8 analog inputs, and 2 UARTs, and is Arduino compatible with supporting libraries. It uses the 1890 CAN microcontroller in addition to both an RS-485 transceiver and a CAN transceiver. A CAN and RS-485 play heavily in the automotive and industrial fields. They're both very forgiving in electrically noisy environments and are great at transmitting and receiving data over longer distances. The CAN bus is good up to 40 meters with data rates up to 1 megabit per second, and RS-485 is good up to 1200 meters with data rates up to 10 megabits per second. Of course, with both protocols, you won't get the maximum distance and the maximum transfer speeds, but you already knew that. The AST-CAN485 Dev Board comes without headers soldered in, so you'll need to add those when you get the board. Now, when we released the CAN485 Dev Board, we also announced that we were about to release a pair of companion boards, a Wi-Fi Shield and a 24-volt I/O Shield. Well, I've learned with almost any build in any field, I go by this rule of thumb. Fast, inexpensive, good. Pick two. Well, we picked inexpensive and good, but they are finally here. Our two companion shields, the 24-volt I/O Shield and the Wi-Fi Shield. The CAN485 24-volt I/O Shield is designed to make it easier to interface with industrial systems, which tend to be 24-volt. So we've designed this board with 4 24-volt input channels with LEDs to indicate input logic levels, along with 4 24-volt output channels with matching LED indicators. And while the Shield is designed to work in a 24-volt environment, its supply voltage range goes from 24 volts all the way down to 7 volts. Since you don't want to be testing out your 24-volt industrial system on 26-gauge jumper wires, this Shield comes with screw terminals soldered to the board to help you get up and running quickly. Can't decide between using CAN or RS-485 protocols? No worries, as the name indicates, the CAN485 can handle both of them, and they're both broken out to screw terminals. And if you still want to use SPI or I2C, those are broken out to screw terminals as well, although you are limited to 5-volt logic there. And for breadboarding prototyping, where 26-gauge jumpers are fine, all of the 5-volt logic level pins of the CAN485 are broken out to a standard 2x13 header. And if wires are just becoming too cumbersome for your system, you may want to take a look at the CAN485 Wi-Fi Shield. It has screw terminals for 24-volt power inputs, as well as for the CAN and RS-485 ports, an ESP8266 module with an internal antenna, along with a U.FL connector if you need to go with an external antenna, an ESP program button, ESP reset button, and a slide switch to toggle between run and program, an FTDI header for the ESP module to allow for easy programming, an integrated power supply system, which regulates the supplied 24 volts down to 5 volts to power the CAN485 module, and regulated down further to 3.3 volts to power the ESP module. And we've even included headers for the software serial port used by the CAN485. This can be used for debugging or connecting to other devices. So wired or wireless, CAN or RS-485, if you're looking to branch out into more automotive or industrial applications, the SparkFun AST-CAN485 Dev Board, along with the CAN485 Wi-Fi Shield or the CAN485 24-volt I/O Shield, will have you on your way to starting your own industrial revolution in no time. Check them out at sparkfun.com, and happy hacking! This one may take a few. I/O Shield. Ooh, I/O Shield. What have I learned? Any build, any field? Dev board? I can just say board. Now, when we were, so close. Spike.